Hey, what's up, everybody? Video 44 coming at you another video. All right, so it's early in the morning, and I'm talking about the Lakers and the Kings. Will be playing in Anaheim tonight at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. It's gonna be a preseason game, so we know that there is a chance that rotations could be whatever. And Bron is expected not to play in this game. Coach Ham let us know that he's not playing, period, in this game. We may see him on Friday versus the Warriors, and then we'll have two more opportunities to see the King against the Milwaukee Bucks on Sunday, and then skip all the way up to Thursday of next week, where we'll be finishing it off against the Suns as a road team. So that's our whole schedule in regards to the preseason. But for now, Game 3 of the preseason against the Kings in Anaheim will be a fun one to watch. I watched highlights of the Kings game against the Toronto Raptors in the Canada Classic in Vancouver right before turning on this video, and they did not win that game, but I did see some good things from them. Keegan Murray popped off the screen very much. He had a fantastic game. Vince Nikoff, I think that's how you say it, is a three-point shooting center that we're going to have to pay attention to, that they really like to use. JaVale McGee popped off the screen quite a bit. I didn't even know he was with the Kings until right now, but he had quite a few minutes in that first matchup. They didn't play their starters too much. De'Aaron Fox had a couple minutes out there, not too many. Sabonis, couple minutes, not too many, that kind of thing. But they did run their guys out there. You saw Harrison Barnes for a little bit, not very much. So, Mike Brown has a lot of players to use in rotation. As we often say, the Sacramento Kings got like 30 players on the team. And I'm not exaggerating. But they do have a huge team, or at least they did last year. They brought in a few new guys. Of course, Alex Len is still with the squad from last year. Kevin Huerter, I didn't see him at all in this previous matchup. I don't know if he'll be able to play tonight or not, but he's on the squad. Malik Monk, I didn't see as well. If he was on the floor, I certainly didn't see him. So they just have such a huge team. But they did bring in Chris Doherty from the Indiana Pacers. He's now with the squad. They traded for him somewhere in the offseason. And, they just have a plethora of guards and forwards and rotation players to keep throwing at you at all times. So the rotations there will be interesting. Now, for us, of course, with Bron being out, we also understand that Cam Reddish is still going to be likely to miss this game with the ankle. And then they had Vanderbilt missing the last one with a heel, from what I understand, although I don't actually think he's hurt at all. Who knows? But I'm not sure if either one of those two guys will play tonight. I doubt it very seriously with Cam Reddish. So that means we'll probably see more of Alex Fudge and a guy who had a really good game in Vegas, Max Lewis. Of course, Rui Hachimura will be playing. Max Christie will be playing. Torian Prince will be playing. We also have an extremely deep team, so it shouldn't be an issue for us to fill in the blanks with our forward position. Anthony Davis, I don't know if there are going to be any more scratches since it's so early in the morning. You may see more players set out in this game at random. But even if we don't see them miss too much time, or rather, even if we don't have them miss the game, they probably won't play very much. Because this is the time we want to see the hopefuls and some of the young guys kind of get more of an opportunity to play. So the Lakers launched over 53-point shots in the last game and shot a pretty good percentage of it. They were over 38%. And also in the matchup before that with the Warriors, we launched about 37 plus 3-point shots. I think it said 38, maybe something like that. And shot a good percentage there too. So we seem to be a volume 3-point shooting team this year, and I'm not too upset about it. More threes are being launched from Anthony Davis, which is encouraging. In the first matchup, we did see Vanderbilt hit 2 threes, I believe it was, so that was really nice to see. Austin Reeves' 3 is falling. We did have a little bit of issues with some of our guards, though, in terms of their efficiency, just in general. Jalen Hood-Schifino, I don't think he's hit but 1 or 2 shots since being a Laker. And Gabe Vincent hasn't been able to hit shots as well. It's been a little bit of a struggle efficiently there from an efficiency standpoint. We also had Max Christie breaking a lot of shots in the last game and that kind of thing. So efficiency will start coming around for those guys. We know they can shoot better. We know they will shoot better. It's just about shot selection. We had a 19-point lead in the previous matchup and ended up almost giving that entirely up in the end. And, I hope that we can take some of that footage and teach the young guys just what good shot selection looks like for the LA Lakers and how to lean into winning instincts and things of that nature when trying to run your offense down the stretch of a basketball game. You just don't want to take bad shots, because all that does is put the other team in position to score, and you end up losing the game. So we have to pick and choose our shots wisely, and don't just take them because you have an opportunity to make it make sense. I like what I saw from Taurean Prince. He was one of those guys that was hitting threes very well. Jackson Hayes looked really good in his previous two matchups. He's really been flying off the screen. Christian Wood, as we've talked about, has been featured in certain moments of the game and has taken advantage of being featured. When considered, he's definitely a high-level scorer. And just Anthony Davis is that dude, man. His conditioning is great. He looks like he's in good shape this year, coming in ready to go, diving on the floor, blocking shots, scoring the ball. He's just really looking like himself, and I want to see to it that he stays as healthy as he is right now, because we know the first couple of years with him with the Lakers, of course, we won the championship 2020. He looked great in the bubble, but came back the next year and looked like he was just sitting back eating burgers for the summertime. But last year, he came in looking much better, and this year he carried over from that, the habits that he had from the previous summer into this particular summer, and it continued to work on himself in a way that we know we're proud of. So Anthony Davis looks like he's in very good shape, and you could clearly see it's translating to him being able to do the things that we need him to do out there on the basketball floor. We don't want to wear him down in the preseason, and I'm definitely glad that we're not, having only played him in the first half of these games. D'Angelo Russell's looking like an all-star to start these two preseason games, and I don't know if that's going to translate, because we've seen guys play well in the preseason and not have great regular season starts. But the way that D'Angelo Russell was playing, he looks as healthy as he's looked in 4 years, to be honest with you. The man is just hitting all kinds of shots, getting off to hot starts, making assist plays, just driving at the rim. He just looks like a great version of himself, and I'm really, really encouraged by what I'm seeing early on. I think he's been basically the star of these two games, the first two games, to be honest with you, playing against two of his old teams in Golden State and, of course, the Brooklyn Nets. So, I think the Los Angeles Lakers should be very encouraged. Even though we've had some players that have been very cold, we've still been able to score a lot of points, especially from behind the arc, for which we haven't been a very strong team over the last couple of years. But right now, it looks like that's going to be our calling card. Having launched 50-something of them and shooting over 30-something%, that is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. So, you just got to love the fact that we have the personnel to do it, and we're not being hesitant. And then some of the guys who were hesitant to shoot are shooting more and making them. So that is very encouraging. But yeah, man, what I'm telling you, I'm very excited about Max Lewis. And that was somebody I was wondering if he was going to really get the minutes with the team this year. But if he continues to play the way he played in the second preseason game, he's going to crack a rotation in the regular season, man. Another guy that I'm excited about on the defensive end is Demoy Hodge. He's just somebody I know who has great two-way ability. He can put himself in a position to both steal the ball and then get in transition and create for himself, catch and shoot specifically off of passes from others, and he'd just be a great target for guys like Jalen Hood-Schifino, LeBron James, and Austin Reeves to get assists off of. So I really like that young player. I think he's going to definitely help the squad over the next several years as we keep him on the team. Colin Castleton did some good things, pulling the ball off the rim, offensive rebounding, putbacks, and things like that. We need him to continue to play strong against all the bigs that the Sacramento Kings have tonight. Him, Jackson Hayes as well, Anthony Davis. We're going to need our bigs against this team. No doubt about it, because they're going to keep throwing them at you. If it ain't Sabonis, it's Lynn. If it ain't Lynn, it's going to be JaVale. And JaVale looks like he's in fantastic shape. In fact, he looked like he's in better shape now than he was with us in 2020, believe it or not. He just looks great right now. And so, yeah, man, that's really what I'm looking at. The Sacramento Kings, like I said, they didn't play some of their other guys in that first game. Herder and Monk I didn't see out there hardly, so maybe they try to switch it up and throw them out there against us. I'd imagine Malik Monk wants to play against his old Lakers squad. So we got to be careful about guarding the perimeter against the Sacramento Kings just in general. They're going to shoot that three ball this year. You better believe that. So I expect a high-scoring game, man. It's one of the highest-scoring teams in the league last year, and they got even more scoring right now with the Vince Koff piece coming in. And now you look at us and the way we shoot the three, I'd imagine most of the shots that are going to be shot tonight will be 3-point shots. I just expect 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Sort of like the sequence we saw between Austin Reeves and Cam Thomas, where they shot 5 threes between the two of them, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So, yeah, man, exciting times in LA. Definitely can't wait for this one. We'll be in Anaheim. I expect for us to be the home team because of it. And you know, we just understand that our LA Laker team is a deep team. We're still going to experiment with our rotations, but because we have such tall players, our small ball rotations and things of that nature should not look the same as they did in previous years, where our players were in this 6'1", 6'2" range. Everybody on the team is over 6'5", basically, except for Gabe Vincent. So, you know, very exciting times. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what rotations Coach Ham uses and how those rotations react to what Sacramento's throwing at us tonight. So that's pretty much really the gist of it, man. It's too early to really tell you who all's playing and who's not. We just know Bron and likely Cam Reddish are scratched for this one. The Sacramento side, I didn't see any updates. But I am encouraged by the fact that we have won a game in this preseason, even though winning isn't what it's necessarily about. All in all, it's good to get early victories. You don't want to lose all your preseason games, especially with a young team. You keep the morale high, you see them get some victories, especially since they were able to seal it themselves with some of our hopefuls on the squad doing so. So, yeah, man, that's where we're at, man. 7 o'clock p.m. tonight. Be there, be square. BDL 44. I thank y'all for watching. I'm out.